Hello? Is there anybody there? Is there anybody joining me today? Me and my Bailey Dragon Boy? Give me a shout if you're there and you're joining me, otherwise I'll wait a minute or two, see who's joining me. Give me a shout if you're with me, if you're joining me live. Let me know if you're watching. There's no point me talking to myself. Look at Bailey's lovely. Hi there, Rasail. Hi Zena. Do you like my boy's dragon outfit? He's come as a dragon today. Look at how handsome he is. You want one, don't you, Maddie? Hi Charlie. What do you mean, good morning, crazy lady? You wouldn't have it any other way, Charlie. Hi, Nikki. Nikki, do you like my own very own brave dragon? Look at him. So cute. You looking over there? Say hello. Show everyone your dragon. Look at me in my dragon outfit. Let me show you his full outfit. There, look. Look. He can fly. Right, okay, we're going to get going. So I'm not sure how long this is going to stay on Bailey for. Let's see. He only does it for treats, don't you? He goes, oh, what's she doing now? What's she dressing me up as now? Well, hello if you're joining me. Happy Friday! Happy Friday! Oh, Bailey, what do you mean you don't like your dragon? You do like your dragon, look. Okay, we'll get going. So today I wanted to talk about oxytocin and breathing. Bailey, oh, you're going to just, my dragon's just lying down here. He's having a little rest. You just sit there. Okay, so today I wanted to talk about oxytocin and breathing. So if you haven't heard of it, what is oxytocin? And all my little props today. Hopefully you'll be able to read them all the right way round. And I'll lean this a bit further nearer to me. Oh, you can see Bailey there. Have you lost your head, Bailey? Let me take it off. You're just looking a bit bewildered with that, aren't you? Well, you've done the main bit. He's got tangled up in his costume. Should we take it off? Don't you like it? Right, come on and sit up here. Come on. Okay, Maddie, come on. No, that one's for Maddie. Right, now sit down. No, I know that they're over there, but can you sit down, please? Can you sit down, please? Can you sit down, Bailey? Sit down. There, that's it. You sit there. Good boy. Sit there. Okay, I'm here. Hi, Zena. Hi, Liga. Nice for you to join me. So before I was so rudely interrupted and all my papers went everywhere, because the naughty dogs here want treats. Oxytocin. What is oxytocin? Does anybody know? Hi, Jadine. Happy Friday. Are you not at work, Jadine? I thought you lived in the hospital. You're not working? Anyway, oxytocin. I'm going to read you what oxytocin is. So it's not very easy to see, is it? But Cupid's arrow is dipped in this stuff. Dubbed the love hormone, oxytocin levels rise when we make physical contact with another human. It's also the maternal hormone because large amounts of it are released during childbirth and helps with milk let down during lactation. So that's what oxytocin is. It's actually a hormone that's secreted in the brain by the pituitary gland, and it's often called the cuddle hormone. So you might be asking, what do we need oxytocin for? What do we need it for? Well, we need it for lots of things, but it's really, really especially important during labour and birth. That's the main hormone that you need to produce. So that's why I'm telling you about it. Okay, so I found this really handy illustration of a, look at this. Really handy illustration of this. Can you see this oxytocin tree? And look, who knew? Sorry if I'm a bit shaky. Who knew? So the oxytocin tree, growth is the common denominator for most of oxytocin's effects. And you can see there, it is responsible for helping the milk glands do their job, and also the uterus in labour. That hormone is what will make your uterus contract. And we do... Sorry, Bailey's nudging my arm. Look at him. Stop it, Bailey. And also you can see on there, that other branch, reduced anxiety. So this has a massive part to play in labour. And there I've just highlighted in pink, you can see the long-term anti-stress effects, and it helps with calmness, reduced anxiety, a higher pain threshold. Look at that. Lower cortisol levels and lower pulse rate and lower blood pressure. So they're all amazing things that your body can do in labour. And I thought it was a really nice illustration of what happens. So is it going to help? So having lots and lots of... Oh, Hayley, hi. Would you like to see that oxytocin tree? Maybe we need to have an oxytocin tree on labour ward. That'd be good, wouldn't it? We're going to have loads of things to paint on the labour ward soon, and I'll just have to work my way around. Hi, Hayley. Hi, Samantha. Hi, Talia. Hayley. Hello. Happy Friday. So, this oxytocin hormone that we all produce, can it help you in labour? Yes, it can. Hell yes. Of course it can. That's what you need. So there are lots of things. So I'm telling you about it today because there are certain things that you can do to help increase your own oxytocin, and there are some things that might inhibit the production of oxytocin. So oxytocin is your body's natural painkiller in labour. So we want lots of it going on. And so I'm going to show you this. I'll just open my... The sun was shining in a minute ago. So I found this really helpful diagram. I'll let you have a look at it. There you go. Bailey's nudging my arm. So the brain stimulates the pituitary gland to secrete oxytocin. And then oxytocin is carried in the bloodstream to the uterus. And oxytocin stimulates uterine contractions and pushes baby towards the cervix. Head of baby pushes against cervix, and then nerve impulses from the cervix transmitted to the brain. So it goes round in a cycle. So that's what massive important part oxytocin has to play when you oh God, have I got that upside down? I've got it upside down, sorry. There, have another look. What an idiot. There you go. Have a look. Hi Marilyn. Hi Helena. Thank you for watching. So I'll just let you see that another minute or two because I held it up upside down like an idiot. Just so you can see the really important role oxytocin plays in labour. Okay. And then, so we all need a balance. Okay. So I thought that was, oh God, I've got this. I know, sweetie pie. I know you just want another one. I know you want another one. I know, but I've got to show you. I know you just want one of these, don't you? Right, Maddie, you have one. Right, sit down nicely. Sit down nicely. Okay. So let me show you that one there, if you can see it. So, as you can see, we're kind of not really split down the middle like that. But what everybody needs, the two equally necessary psychological conditions, fight or flight, and calm and connection. So we need a balance between the two. We need a balance between exertion and stress and rest and recovery. So you can see if somebody is in a state of stress all the time, you know, the body doesn't ever get any chance to recover. So it's really important to enable us to have that equally important part of rest and recovery. So if we're stressed all the time, it ain't going to help us in labour. So another one I thought was really interesting was this one. because it shows you the difference between different hormones that we might produce. So there we've got adrenaline. You can see that's the fight or flight hormone. Muscles tighten, energy is sent to the limbs, increased sensitivity to pain, and the signs are a high-pitched voice and tension. So adrenaline's really handy if a bear's chasing us in the woods, because it helps us to go proper fast and escape the bear. And this one here, oxytocin. So oxytocin helps the muscles relax and energy is sent to the uterus. And then you've got get this one, decreased sensitivity and awareness of pain. So you might have a low husky voice, a bit like Barry White. So that's the love hormone. So those two hormones, the body can't produce them both at the same time. So if you're in an adrenaline high stress situation, you ain't going to be producing much oxytocin. So it's really important that if you're pregnant, you start practicing things that really helps promote the production of oxytocin. Hello there, another midwife. Hi Samantha, how are you? Hi Lucia. Lovely. Thank you for joining me Friday lunchtime. So I'm going to read you a little bit out of my my beautiful, I know it's the wrong way round, The Oxytocin Factor. Really interesting book. And it says here, because I'm not just making it up, another effect in oxytocin's wide sphere of influence is its ability to alleviate pain. I'll turn it round a bit more to me because Bailey doesn't want to play now. He's having a lie down there. Oxytocin sends signals along nerve fibres from their site of origin in the hypothalamus to several areas in the nervous system that relate to sensation and pain. And the other bit I wanted to read you was, so about the long-term reduction of stress, a large branch on the oxytocin tree consists of powerful and long-lasting anti-stress effects. As we saw, oxytocin has the ability to lower blood pressure and pulse rate, reduce the level of stress hormones, increase tolerance of pain, and promote learning and a feeling of calm. So it'll even help you learn. The long-term effects produce a physiological condition that is the opposite of stress, and don't we all want that? I know I've had to work on it this year. It's all a bit weird, isn't it, at the moment? Okay, so I wanted to read you those. And do you want to know how to produce more oxytocin? Well, I'm going to tell you. Okay, oxytocin is activated by positive social interactions. So it's a bit of a challenging time at the moment because we're not able to have the same contact with our loved ones and family. So I'm here to try and help show you other ways and things that you can do, and it's pretty much involving your partner or whoever you live with. That you're allowed to have social contact with. It's usually probably the person you sleep in bed next to. Okay, so I watched a little YouTube clip that really was helpful in showing some of these ways that really increase oxytocin. And one of the things it says is listen with your eyes. Listen with your eyes. So what that means is, and I'm watching you, I'm listening with my eyes. Okay. What that means is, when you're having a conversation with someone, especially a loved ones, look at their face and really engage in that social interaction, and don't just be there looking at your phone. We're all on our phones all the time, aren't we? And it's really good to stay connected, but it's also good to have healthy social interactions with the people or person that you love. And another way you can produce lots of oxytocin is give a gift. The best sort of gift to give is definitely one that you just don't expect anything in return. Just give willingly, because it's good for your mental health. So, you know, sometimes we just think that by giving, we're losing something of ourselves, but by giving, you'll receive more. And it's all about the positive energy and positive vibes. I'll tell you something now. When I did the painting in the pool room at my hospital, you know, the midwife, that unfortunately she was self-isolating, so she couldn't come on the day that I had free to do it. But she said, "Oh, there's something, I've left you something in your community office," and she'd baked me some. Her scones are like amazing, the best scones in the world. But not only scones, jam and cream. And she said, "Take them home." My family devoured them, but it just felt so lovely and really, really made me feel so warm inside, because somebody had been so thoughtful to make me something to show me that I was appreciated. So that was, you know, just being thoughtful like that. It means so much to people. The next thing on my list is share a meal. One thing we can do in all these weird times, we can sit at home and we can take pride in our cooking. I was really, really lucky that the place that I got a job, my first job when I was 16, I think, was in a vegetarian whole food restaurant. And they used to, basically, we used to turn up on it was my Saturday job, we used to turn up every Saturday and make all the food from scratch. And so I learned one of the main my job every Saturday was to make the soup. So I used to make carrot, cauliflower and coriander soup. Oh, amazing. One of the best things I learned how to make. They used to make all their own cakes. They used to make all their own quiches, all their own salads. One of my other jobs was I had to make the cucumber and mint salad. But what it did do is it showed me, gave me some really good skills for cooking from scratch. And I think that's something we should all do. Now, I love a pizza the same as, you know, as much as the next person, but we certainly shouldn't be having pizza every day of our lives. So if you can find the energy, you know, a bit of batch cooking's good as well if you're expecting a baby. Hi, Amanda. Hi, Laura. Hi, Luigi. You're a proud midwife too. I hope you are. It's nice, isn't it? I've had some really lovely stories this week that, just to divulge a bit, 3 of my ladies were having, all of them were having their own little challenges. And being a new mum is really, really difficult, and really finding it difficult. And you just hope that they can get through and see the positives and know that tomorrow is another day, and you just keep trying and keep practicing. And all 3 of them made me super duper duper proud. And I go, and that's why I do my job, because I get so much satisfaction out of seeing people turn it around and just say, you know what, I'm determined, and I know it'll be better, and I know tomorrow will be better, and I'll keep practicing, I'll keep asking for help. So anyway, that's why I'm a proud midwife, because the ladies that I've seen this week are absolutely amazing. Anyway, so we're talking about my list to increase your oxytocin. Hi, Kaylee. Hi, Daisy. Thank you for... Oh, Lisa. Hi, Lisa. Thank you for joining me. We're just talking about oxytocin. So... share a meal. So even better, share a meal. You can share a meal as a gift. So if you've got a partner that lives with you, I always tell my ladies to put, especially towards the end of their pregnancy, put some effort into date nights. Because one of the things that is my bit of a bugbear is when ladies get to their due date and then everything just, they've waited 9 months to get to that due date, and then they get to the due date and everybody starts panicking. Have you not had that baby? The texts come through. Have you still not had that baby? I'm sure people just, I don't know why they say that, but your due date is just a due roundabout-ish time that you might give birth to your baby. You know, most babies are not born on their due date. So, you know, if you're going to see your midwife a week later for a check, your baby is not late. It hasn't done anything wrong, and it's just not ready to be born yet. Hi Trish, how are you? Good morning. Happy Friday! Woo! I'm a bit giddy today, aren't I? Anyway, so date nights are a really, really good thing that you can plan. And what I say, if you know, as soon as you go over your due date, that week, especially that week, that is so special. What a special time that you can spend with your partner and do some really lovely things together, because, you know, it's not just going to be, there's going to be an extra little person in your life. So that time together, especially if it's your first baby. Hi, darling. Come here. Come and sit here. All right. Okay. Especially if it's your first baby, it's such a precious time. So I always say, plan out that week or that 2 weeks after your due date, and make sure you've got loads of things to look forward to. You know, things like a date night where maybe you don't watch the TV, maybe you don't have the TV on. Maybe, you know, you're going to have a bath together. Some people do, if you've got a double-ended bath, with some candles and some nice music. Yeah, one of these things on here is a nice soak in the bath. You might just want to have the bath all to yourself. But candles round and nice music. Oh, my baby. Nice candles round, always do it. You know, I still do it now. It's just such a stress buster. So use the L word. We all know what the L word is. Tell people that you love them. And apparently you're supposed to have, for your mental well-being, you're supposed to have 8 hugs a day. 8 hugs a day. Hi, darling. 8 hugs a day. We get lots of hugs from babies. And so 8 hugs a day. There's probably a lot of people that you are, you're not going to be able to hug. So hug the people that you can hug. If you've got pets, you can hug them. Because the last thing on my list here is pet a dog. I haven't made this up. This is actually on my list. And once you're petting a dog actually increases your oxytocin, and that's why my mate here is with me. Once your oxytocin levels are up, it does help you connect better with other adults. And I want to show this story. It was a good excuse for me to print off these pictures that I haven't seen for ages. I know, Bailey, I know, darling, I know you just want the biscuits. Well, I'm going to show some pictures of you, Bailey. Okay, so you might notice that lots of women go a bit mushy round puppies. And the reason is it does naturally increase our oxytocin, and we like the feeling of that in oxytocin. Just, right, so we lost one of our labs. We lost Moss, and so we decided we were going to get another puppy. And so we decided to go and have a look at some black labs. We did. And this is what we came home with. Actually, Bailey, we went out to get 3 rescue chickens, and I'm scrolling through Facebook, and we sort of had the idea that we were going to go get another dog, but it happened to be the place where the farm we got the dogs from happened to be right round the corner from where we were picking the chickens up. Oh, come on, let's have a look. So we came home that day. Well, not that day, but we'd bought 2 puppies, and we ended up having 4 rescued chickens. So if you can see them, that is Maddie and Bailey, and I am not joking. I tell you now, oh, so cute. Hi, Josh. Hi, Jean. Oh, I'll tell you what, does that not make your oxytocin go into overload? And so I did, because I'm at that sort of hormonal age. I did get I did treat Bailey. We've well bonded, me and Bailey, you might have noticed. But I used to treat him like a baby. Look at him. I'm just nursing him like a baby. And that's because that feels nice for both of us. You know, having a cuddle with a new baby, your new baby, or for me, my puppies, you know, oxytocin overload there with my baby. And then you can imagine how it was difficult not to buy all these puppies. This was all the puppies jumping up in the little cage that they were in. Absolutely adorable. They're just made, aren't they, to make us melt. So that's what puppies can do for you, and doggies. So they can help. And if you've got a dog at home, you might have cats. Oh, Bailey, you're just being a crank, aren't you now? Right, okay, so that's that. And I'm going to put a link up for you. It's a YouTube link called How to Increase Oxytocin, the Love Hormone. I think it does, it's not just directed at pregnant ladies, and I think there might be a little bit of a roller coaster ride in there to increase your oxytocin. I just want to say, no pregnant ladies going on roller coasters, please. And the other thing, which is really good for helping you relax and increasing oxytocin, is soothing music. And he says on here, Marvin Gaye, might choose something else. It might be Justin Bieber, or I don't know. I'm not down with the kids. I don't know what they all listen to now, Bailey. So I always say it's really helpful for labour to make yourself a playlist. Hi, Hamera. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. Happy Friday. Thank you for joining me. Okay, so what I was going to say is it's really good. Everybody likes different music. Music is a real trigger very often for... Bailey, I think you're kind of just taking over the joint here, aren't you? He's right up here. Look at him. Woo. Bailey, can you be normal, please? So, it's really good to have a playlist of, I would suggest, things that really, really fill you up. And you know that song, you know, what was I listening to in the car? I was listening to a bit of Jess Glynn the other day. Right, Bailey. Oh my God. Come on. Now you're taking over. So what, you know, you might have your own playlist for music, but some things, when I went to my hypnobirthing training, they played quite a lot of piano music in the background. I'm just looking what Trish has written. I've been listening to Rachmaninoff this morning. Lovely. It does really help. I'll have to look up that. Oh, Bailey, I know you're licking me and you're so sweet. I know you are, my boy. So I'll share with you the music that they played. Where are you going? Come and sit down. Come on, Bailey. Come on, good boy. Sit. So the music that they played was called River Dawn, and you can get it on Amazon. And that's what the cover looks like. And I've got it on my computer just to play, so I don't know whether you'll be able to hear it. But it's really nice and relaxing, that. And you can get that off. It's just helpful just to empty and relax. And I looked on YouTube, obviously loads more stuff. Stop scratching me. Loads more came up, and so the two that I'll find the links for these. One of them, oh, this is absolutely gorgeous. Morning relaxing music, and I'll tell you why that is absolutely gorgeous. That's what the first shot looks like. So morning relaxing music, piano music for stress relief and studying. Okay, so if you look that, I'll put all these links up for you. But the reason I thought that was absolutely brilliant, and you know, get it up on your phones, have a look at it, and you could use it just to listen to every evening while you're relaxing, because the whole video of that shows like somebody walking through fields, and it's got quite a lovely nature. I can't explain it, you'll have to look, but that's worth a listen. And also another one I found was, this might not be your cup of tea, Dua Lipa, all these people, but the reason that one was lovely is it's like shot, I don't know where it's filmed. Oh, do you know what, this is all going a bit wrong today, isn't it? Keeping it real, aren't we, Bailey? So that there, look, it's like it's been Bailey, you can see two more little biscuits over there, and you just want some, don't you? So that is really worth it. It's absolutely brilliant, the filming on it. What, never worked with pets, honestly. So that is well worth a look. And so they're my top tips for music if you haven't got a clue. It's really good when you're going into the hospital, if you're choosing to I'm laughing at Trish, Rachmaninoff. I know I'm not very good at pronouncing things. I'm about as good as I've ever been at pronouncing unusual names. Hi Katie. So look, he's put me out of my stride now. So I know. Right, I'm going to get it and then you can have it. I'm going to get it. Sit down. Sit down. Right, you're not having it unless you sit down. Sit. And Maddie's a good girl. Right, you need to be a nice boy now. There's none left now. All gone now. All gone now. That's what he's looking at. All gone now. No more tasty minis for you. Okay, music. So, have a look. It's one of the things I was going to say is it's really good if you're going in hospital to have your earphones in, because when you're in labour you do naturally go into a bit of a bubble where you it's a natural state where you're in kind of a little bit of a bubble. You know there are other people there if there are in the room, but you're really internally focused, and having the earphones in just really helps you just blot out everything else that doesn't matter, so you can just focus on what's happening to you, focus on your breathing, and another clip I'm going to share with you as well is it's called The Power of Touch, and it's some smart lady explaining how the power of touch has a really positive impact on you. So the other thing I was going to say is one of the exercises that the KG hypnobirthing. Hi Vilma. Hi Joanne. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining me. Oh, Amy as well. Hi Amy, and Janet as well. Lovely for you to join me. So one of the techniques that they use or they teach in KG hypnobirthing is for partners to stroke. And at the time when I was first learning this, I was kind of thinking, how on earth can this help? How on earth can this help? So, ooh, got dogs all over me. So basically, you just get you know, if you get this, let me show you. Right, so I'm going to show you this book. I know it's going to be back to front for you guys, isn't it? Which is absolutely fine. So that's the book that you can get. You can buy it on Amazon and it'll come with all the things, all the teaching if you don't want to join a course. But I bought it on Audible, which I found really helpful. You just listen to it and just get through it, and it's got all the scripts on there. So one of those things is the stroking, which basically you just, while you've got your eyes shut and while you're doing your breathing, I'm going to talk to you about breathing in a minute, is just going, getting your partner to just gently stroke you down your arms, one arm or both arms. You know, you might be listening to your relaxing music, and while we're doing the teaching, we're doing the learning course, I'm thinking, a bit dubious. So anyway, obviously you're trying to give people tools to use, and I did look after a lady a little while back, and the partner was a little bit just standing back really in the labour room. and very often they wait for the midwives to give them a bit of instruction, because you know, especially if the first time dads, they're just waiting for a bit of instruction. What do I do? You know, they sometimes find it a little bit difficult and uncomfortable if they think their partner is in any pain, even though it's a perfectly natural and normal process, you know. So the woman was sitting on a ball, doing her thing. She was fine. She was just chilling out and swaying, and partner was a bit, didn't really know what to do. So I showed him what to do, and I said, maybe, you know, she'll tell you if she absolutely hates it. Hi Aisha. Hi Aziz. Hi Andrew. Hi Wendy. Thank you for joining me. We miss you at our place. So anyway, back to the arm stroking. So I gave them these things, and you know, I couldn't stay. I think I just nipped in to see the couple, because they were it was a lady who was in my care in the community, and so I nipped back later on. And one of the things she said was, she said, do you know, it did this down my arms and it just really helped. And I was really surprised, because I thought, when sometimes people just don't want to be touched, but she said it had really helped her. And I think it's something, you know, about the sensations of touch that interrupt the sensations for pain. So these things do actually work, and you know, everybody's not the same. And some people, as I say, some people don't want to be touched at all, and some people, some of these little tips and tricks really help in labour. So okay, so some people really do think this hypnobirthing and some of the techniques are mumbo jumbo, and I've questioned everything, and I've tried things, and I'm telling you about it because they're really valuable tools to help kind of distract the mind from feeling in fear and worried, and just being able to cope with all the sensations that happen to you in labour. Because you know, it can be really intense, the feelings, and if you've not had a baby before, you know, that can be a little bit strange and a little bit alarming sometimes. But your body is made to be in labour. Women's bodies are made to labour. It's a normal process. All it is just a huge muscle just working really hard. So if you know what's happening, you can just distract yourself and use some of these techniques to really help. So if you are one of those people that thinks it's a right load of mumbo jumbo, and if you're still in doubt about the connection between mind and body, I'll take you back to the days of X Factor. So on X Factor, have you ever watched X Factor? Somebody's singing and the judges go, oh, that really gave me goosebumps. When it's somebody really good, that really gave me goosebumps, or shivers down my spine, because that's how things that you hear and sensations can affect your body and make you, you know, make your hair stand on end. So music is so powerful. You'll all have your own little hi Danielle, hi, happy Friday. You'll all have your own special things. It might be special times that you've had with your partner. Make a playlist. So what I want you all to try and do now, if first of all, if it's safe to do so, if you're just sitting somewhere, make yourself nice and comfortable, and what I want you to do is close your eyes. Okay, have you closed your eyes? Danielle, have you closed your eyes? I want you to close your eyes. Okay, so now I want you to imagine that you're walking across a field. Walk across that field. It's a nice sunny day in the middle of summer. It's not cold at all. It's lovely and warm on your skin. You're walking through the long grass and you're walking towards a tree. You can just see a tree in the distance. And as you get to that tree, you notice that it's a lemon tree. And you go up to it. And what you see is that there's a table under the tree and some lemons in a bowl, and there's a chopping board and a knife. And what I want you to do now is just visualize the texture of that lemon. What does it feel like? It's quite firm. You can already smell the lemons. And then what I want you to do is imagine that you are cutting that lemon in half. You cut it in half. As soon as you cut it in half, you can feel the juices running into the little cracks on your skin and it tingling. And you get a massive burst of lemon. And it's running through your fingers and the pips are popping out. And I want you to squeeze it and then put it into your mouth and get a big suck on that lemon. And it's a bit bitter. You put it down. And I want you to open your eyes again. Okay? Did that experience make you almost taste that lemon? And if it didn't make you taste the lemon, surely it made those saliva glands start working away as you just imagined the taste of the lemon. And that's what the power of suggestion can do. The power of suggestion really can get in here and it can make your body do things. So what you put in your mind can really affect how your body behaves. And that's why I wanted to share that with you. So why in labour is it really important for you to stay calm and connected? Well, there was a guy called Grantley Dick Reed, who lots of midwives will know exactly who this is. And he realised that fear causes tension. And that in turn causes increased pain. So that is not such a good cycle going on there. So as it says there, break the cycle with hypnobirthing. So it's giving you some techniques to just help break that really unhelpful cycle. And so this as well, I thought this was really, really helpful, because this little diagram, and I hope you can see it. I should just pull my camera nearer, shouldn't I? So that diagram, and you can just put, hopefully you can just pause this so you can see, can't you? So if you approach birth with negative emotions, your natural birthing ability is inhibited by fear. And women distrustful of birth and accepting of medical intervention, I think, you know, sometimes women do need some intervention, and that's really important if it's needed. But if there's, you know, at the beginning of birth, there's nothing, you know, we expect that your body's going to do what it's supposed to do, what it was designed to do. And so sort of what you expect, you get. And these negative experiences are then shared in the media and by word of mouth. So, you know, I don't know what it is about us that we seem to love a bit of drama. And that's why we love some of these programs that this is what the media like to have you believe that being in labour is like. Oh my God, she looks like she's just seen a ghost. She looks like she's just seen Psycho. So that's what women are led in films as well. Let me just turn this on. So that's what women are led to believe is going to be, that's how it is, labour. But what I wanted to share with you, here comes fact. Here comes fact. Let me see what else I've got. So I just wanted to quickly share with you my my birth experiences. So, right, these are really embarrassing pictures, so let's just keep them between me and you, yeah? So, I don't know, lots of you might already know that I have 4 children that have grown up into big children. They're all grown up, apart from, I've got one 16-year-old at home. So, my oldest daughter is, she's going to be 30 next year. So, I had my first daughter at the age of 17. 17. And I was well aware that I was too young to have a baby. I was too young and this and that and the other. So, I'm going to show you me. This was probably me at, I think I was 18 there. Ha ha, look at that. Look at my hair. Oh my God. Look at the white pants, white jeans. They were all in, high-waisted. They're all coming back now. So that was me at 18 with my baby. And you see that face there? That face was proper fearless. And I can honestly say, oh, and that was when she was a little girl. Oh, look, hair got a little bit better. But that's one of those old-fashioned photo booths. So the point is of that experience is that at 17, I was pretty fearless. And I think because I was so young, I'd not yet had all those experiences that we build up in our bank, in our library, that we put in there that make us fearful of things. And now I'm older, I can see how easily that happens. Hi, Kim. Hi, Emma. Hi, Claire. Janita. Have I said that right, Janita? Thank you for joining me. So my experience of childbirth is, for my first labour, I just remember it felt like it was taking for ages, hours and hours and hours. And it's like, just, in those days, you used to go into a first stage of labour room. So I was in there, and those of you who've been at my hospital for a long time will, I think they were where the changing rooms are now. So I was in there with my Entonox, puffing, and they must have thought, well, we'll keep her in, she's only young. And I just remember breathing through these contractions, thinking, is this how long it's supposed to take? And yes, it is. First labours sometimes take quite a long time. So, but I can't remember being frightened or, I was just kept breathing through. And I remember that it did feel like quite a release, the pushing part, because it's so natural. You don't need to ask anybody when to push. You do get that natural sensation to bear down. Once the cervix is fully dilated, that's what happens. You get the urge to push down. So I just remember it felt, giving birth to a baby, I just felt that it felt weird. It just felt weird having something come out between your legs. But I wasn't ever scared. I was never fearful. It was almost like at the age of 17, I had the ability to be super mindful. And it was like some of the mindful exercises are for you to sort of almost be observing yourself with a certain behaviour. So I almost felt like I was just watching myself in labour. And, oh, right, this is happening now. That's happening. Oh, right, okay. There's some doctors coming in. And I think towards the end of birth, I think some doctors came in the room. And I can't even remember being scared a load of doctors walked in the room. I just wasn't. I just was wondering, I had more of that curiosity. I was just wondering what they'd come in for, because I didn't think there was a problem. Anyway, there wasn't a problem, and I pushed my baby out. No problem. It was fine. It was absolutely fine. And for 4 children that I've had, luckily, I'm so fortunate, because it doesn't happen for everybody. I did not have any tears. I didn't have any stitches. I didn't have any major trauma. It was just, I guess, how labour is supposed to be. So I wanted to share with you as well, because I think sometimes, especially me, one of the things, especially being a midwife, I've been scared to share my story, because so many women hear negative birth stories of awful things that happen, and you know, we like to elaborate, we like drama, you know, and so when somebody has a nice normal birth, you know, it makes me feel like, oh my goodness, if most people have a dramatic birth, I don't know, I better just keep my mouth shut about mine. But now I'm not going to keep my mouth shut about mine, because mine was a really positive experience, you know. And you know, I think being younger as well, I had 2 children young. I said I had one at 17, one at 21, and then my others. So this is, I did this, I found this, I printed it out for something else. And I was just doing a talk about swimming in pregnancy. And actually at the time, I went swimming a lot, and that really helped me keep fit. I went swimming when I was pregnant, and I went swimming when I was not pregnant. So I'm going to show you a proper old picture of me. This is me when I was 31 weeks pregnant. There you go. So 31 weeks pregnant with my 3rd baby, and that was not long afterwards, and I was trying to promote swimming in, so pregnant, not pregnant. So that was after I'd had a baby, probably, I don't know, probably about 6 months later or something. I'd grown my hair a bit longer, got a better haircut. And the reason I was sharing that was because you can look after yourself in pregnancy, and the main thing that I would say that is really helpful in pregnancy is eating healthily. Eat healthily. Hi, Trinidad. Hi, Rachel. Thank you for joining me, and happy Friday. So, one of the things you can really do is make sure you're putting good stuff in your body. Don't just eat takeaways and beige food, and you know, get some greens, get some fruit, get some veggies, you know, get yourself, you know, I tell you what, if anybody on here tells me they haven't got any cookery books, I've got loads of them. I'm quite happy to give them away if anybody doesn't have access to any cookery books. But you know, you don't as long as you've got access to the internet, you can find anything and make it so lovely and good for you. And one of the things that that I realised quite late in my life was, if you start looking at labels on foods, like pre-made jars of like tomato sauce and things like that, like pasta tomato sauces and things like that, a lot of them are massively full of sugar, massively full of salt, and just loads of preservatives, you know, because they need to keep them. But sometimes things like a basic tomato sauce is so easy to make, and you know, you're probably better if you like pizzas and like stuff like that, try making your own pizzas. You know, we do it a lot in this house, so you know what you're putting on there, and you know it's not full of processed rubbish, you know. So that's mine. And make some soups as well. Make some, you can get away with chucking anything into a veggie soup, and it's really good for you and keeps you nice and healthy. I've gone a bit off piece there. I wasn't going to talk about diet, but I have. So what I was talking about my own experiences is that I think your first labour tends to be a little bit longer, because your body's muscles haven't done it before, and then subsequent labour experiences do tend to be a lot quicker, and the 2nd, 3rd and 4th baby, just lush experiences. Really, after my first birth, all the labours that I had after that, I was really, really excited about going into labour, because I knew my body could handle it. I knew I would survive it, and I knew I would get to see, you know, you wait 8-9 months to see your baby, and this is the day. How exciting is that? How exciting. So you should be quite excited when you go into labour, and I hope you are, because it's just a magical, what your body is capable of doing is amazing. And I don't know whether I ever one of my pictures here. So I'm going to show you a picture of your uterus. So that just shows you on there just the way the muscle fibres lie. So you can see how the muscle fibres lie and how they squeeze, and by golly, they have a they have a busy job to do. They have a really huge job to go. You've got a bag of muscle and it's got to squeeze a baby out. That's massive work for it, and it's so, so, so impressive. So don't be frightened of labour. Don't be frightened of labour. It's just what you have to go through to get your baby. And so I wanted to give you a contrast to those scaredy cat faces that I just showed you. And bearing in mind that, did you know that oxytocin is the hormone that is made by women when they have an orgasm? There you go, I've said it. So it's the same hormone that you produce when you're having a really nice time. Thank you very much. So the effects of oxytocin are really quite pleasurable, actually. And so if you don't watch the high drama reality TV shows, and you have a look at see if you can Google some nice calm pool births, they're always good to watch, because nice normal calm labour, you know, it's not that exciting for other people to watch, because, you know, it's not high drama, and it's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be quiet and private, and, you know, you're supposed to be enjoying all those oxytocin hormones. So very often you'll see women in labour, because the good news is when you're in labour, you do have really intense contractions when that uterus is squeezing, but you get gaps in between those contractions where there is no pain, nothing, and you just let your shoulders relax, get ready for the next one, and that's the time that you go, oh, so nice. You're full of oxytocin. And so I'm going to show you a picture of a young lady that has got a typical oxytocin face. So she's just had her baby, and that is what you are supposed to look like. You might be really, really tired. I'm not saying you won't be tired, but that's hopefully how you'll look. And just for the other side of the spectrum, I'm going to show you this lady here. So this lady's name is Amber Hartnell, Hartnell. And this lady, if you Google her and just have a little read about her, I think she does some teachings nowadays, because she quite widely publicised that she has had orgasmic births. So, wow, that's impressive. But she's able to do that because she's able to get herself in such a state of relaxation that her body works in harmony. She's just breathing through it. I'm sure it felt really intense, but, you know, she obviously didn't let any fear get in the way of her experience. And how amazing is that? How amazing is that? So that's her. And my only regret about having all my children is that I didn't practice any of the relaxation techniques, because I reckon I could get nearer to that lady's experience, because I would just say mine was intense, tiring, and then you get your baby. But how amazing would it be if you could have that sort of level of pleasure when you're having your baby? Okay, so what I'm going to tell you about now is I'm just going to tell you about, we've nearly been going an hour, so I need to wind it up soon. But I wanted to just go through with you some breathing techniques that you can try. In our last live, I did share some links with the KG hypnobirthing music that you can get. And so I'm just going to show... So she talks about, Catherine Graves talks about 2 types of breathing, and what I like about these breathing techniques are that they're really simple. So there are some breathing techniques that you can find that will tell you to breathe in for a certain amount, like breathe in for 4 and then breathe out for 8. But when I've done this, I've just found it really a little bit uncomfortable, and I'm counting and it's not as easy. So up breathing is a technique that is used for the first stage of labour. And the first stage of labour is the part where the cervix is softening and opening, Okay, so first stage of labour is before you get to 10 centimetres or fully dilated. That's the first stage of labour. And the aim of this breathing exercise is to make the body as relaxed as possible. And it's where the muscles are drawing up and opening. So the muscles draw up to open the cervix. So I want you to close your eyes again, if you can, and if it's safe to do so. And in your own time, and I don't want you to count, I just want you to do a long, slow, relaxed breath in through the nose, and a long, slow, relaxed breath out through the mouth. Let's try that again. In through the nose and out through the mouth. So even doing that breathing technique, if you were about to go to a job interview, can really help calm you down. And you'll naturally breathe out. So your breath out will naturally be longer, and that's where we produce the oxytocin. So and as you're breathing out, just think of it as just letting it go. Whatever's been bothering you, let it go, let it go, let it go. So that's the up breathing. You can go back and you can even, I think there's a YouTube video of Catherine Grave explaining the up breathing as well. So you can practice that. Practice it every night if you can before you go to bed, because the more you practice it, the easier it'll become, and it'll really give you something to focus on when you're in labour. And if you want, you can, I was going to have an Entonox breathing mouthpiece to show you, because very often women are using those in labour. I'll get one of those. I'll try and grab one for next time. And also with this up breathing, it's best if you can close your eyes, and the things that you should visualise are what we're doing is thinking up and open. So you can visualize things like a sunrise, a beautiful pink sunrise. So if you just visualize that, or you could visualize blowing bubbles. I quite like this one, the bubbles, because you can just visualize them, can't you? You can even get some bubbles to just play with if you've got other children, just blow them in the garden, and then you can just have that picture in your mind for when you're in labour. And also the other one that you can imagine is a hot air balloon. So imagine seeing it on the fields, green fields, and it starts to take off and rises up slowly. So, you know, having those visualizations really does, number one, it just gives you something to focus on and think about, and takes your mind off anything else that you might be worrying about. But it's just something nice to, a picture to have in your mind, and it really will. If you do that and you practice, it'll strengthen the pathways in your brain and really help you to start relaxing. But you must do the practice. There's no point just there is an actual reason why you should practice, and it's just to do with your brain getting used to, it's having the habit of keep doing it. So it's just strengthening that neural pathway that, right, okay, right, we're doing that breathing, okay, right, we're visualizing bubbles going up. So the down breathing and visualizations, I'm going to tell you how to do this, but you shouldn't, it says in this KGH information that the down breath is for the second stage of labour. Okay, so this is the breathing that you would use once your cervix is fully dilated and you're getting to the point where you're going to push your baby out. So with your mouth soft and open, take a short breath in through your nose. As you slowly and gently release it through your nose, and focus your attention downwards towards your pelvic floor. The pelvic floor is the sling of muscle that goes from the front to the back that the baby's sitting on and pressing down on. So if you in through the nose and out through the nose. So any soft, open, fluid downward visualization is helpful. For example, snowflakes dancing downwards, or an entrancing little waterfall in a mountain stream. So you're visualizing things that are going downwards, or a beautiful full-blown rose, ripples going out on a pond, a beautiful full-blown rose. That's not going down, is it? Ripples going out on a pond. So the ripples going out on a pond is just visualizing that cervix opening. And it says, practice it with the visualizations on the loo in the last 6 weeks of pregnancy. So I think somebody's just come in. So that's the down breathing, and so we don't need to count. That avoids worrying about that. And I've already put links onto the scripts that you can access from the Proud Midwife page. If you just go back through, they should still be there. And also, when I was looking at resources, if you Google the KGH, Catherine Graves Hypnobirthing website, there is actually some free resources. So I would tell everybody to buy that book. It's really, really useful, or even better, get it on Audible. You can listen to it a couple of times, and all the scripts are on there that are all read to you as well. But there was, what I did notice, there was a free COVID-19 specific relaxation. So I thought that was really good for these strange times that we're in at the moment. I haven't listened to it, but I thought it was a really helpful and interesting thing to listen to. It asks you to register your email. So if you want that, you'll have to register your email on there. And because we were talking about positive birth affirmations, weren't we, last time? So one of the things that just really grinds my gears is some people who think it's really helpful to tell pregnant women negative birth stories. And I think that, hello darling, hello. I think that sometimes is quite therapeutic for them, but it's really not helpful for that pregnant woman. Hi Marie. Hi Lily. Hi Rachel. Thank you for joining me with Mad. I've just got one dog here now. This is Maddie. So one of the things that is in the KG Hypnobirthing stuff is something that you can print out that says, I'll show you what it says. It says, and I've done this, so I'm quite happy if anybody is interested in having this, I can wang this to you by email. And as you can see, it says, my baby and I would love to hear your empowering birth experiences. So you can, you can put that on your Facebook or whatever, and hopefully that will try and encourage people to give you lots of positive advice rather than enjoying telling you every drama that's happened to them in all their births. So to listen to negative birth stories is really, really not helpful. But you want people to share stories that are, how, hey, you got to remember, having a baby, oh, it's amazing. It is properly amazing. I can tell you, I've done it 4 times. It's just the best thing ever. So it's your special time, and you, even though we're living through COVID and coronavirus, it's your special time, and you deserve to enjoy it, and you deserve to get the most of it. And going through labour is really, really empowering. So what I wanted to show, I've left my cup of coffee on there. Show you again. Now these are back to front, as these are the things, the colouring doodahs that I've drawn out. So for anybody that wants them, that's that rainbow tree that I did. So rainbow tree, and then I am relaxed and calm. That's another one. I know it's back to front on here, but you can just imagine with a butterfly on it. So I would really encourage you, if you don't like mine and you don't like colouring, do your own and stick them up in your bathroom, stick them up in your kitchen, stick them on your fridge. I was made to do this, really. Women were made to do this. So why do we question question it. And I quite like that one as well. Bring it on. So having a baby is not anything to be fearful of. It's a really empowering thing that you're going to go through. Now, the other thing that I wanted to share with you is I put together this. I found it and I really liked it. So even if you're not pregnant, it might be helpful. So anybody who wants me to send them this for them to print out and colour, or get your kids to colour them. Positivity pledge. So you can, I'm going to read it out. I shall no longer allow negative thoughts and feelings to drain me of my energy. Instead, I shall focus on all the good that is in my life. I will think it, feel it, and speak it. By doing so, I will send out vibes and positive energy into the world, and I shall be grateful for all the wonderful things it will attract into my life. So I really quite like that. So if you want that, or you want to make your own, or you know, screenshot this and get it on your phone and read it every day. You know, remember what we said last time about the amount of stuff that you can put in your brain. And I've been doing it since I had a bit of a meltdown in June. I've been doing it since, and I tell you now, it works. This stuff works. And what the other things that I wanted to do was show you a couple of book recommendations. That's really helpful. That helps loads of people. But you must do the practice. You must do the practice from getting to 36 weeks or whatever. But you can practice anytime. But the other book I wanted to share with you is one I got out for my sister who is pregnant. Hi Zena, if you're still with me. For her husband. And it's this. So I know it'll be back to front because it's the actual book, but it's called The Birth Partner by Penny Simkin, sorry, no P in it. So I'm not sure whether that's what it looks like. Well, that might not well be the most up-to-date version, but this is really, really helpful because it's got you know, bearing in mind there's a restriction on who can come with you. For most hospitals, there's restrictions on how many people you can have with you in the birth room. This is really helpful because it's got little drawings and things in it. We like a drawing, you know, shows how partners can support you in labour, and sometimes giving them a little bit of knowledge, is, you know, makes them feel much more empowered, and they can, because they're your number one support, your birth partner, whoever that might be. So that's a good book, my book recommendation. And I also wanted to just let you know and remind you that I'm giving you these sessions free of charge, but if you feel that any of this content is of value, I do have this Claire's the Proud Midwife Facebook Lives, and you can see that I've actually raised 150 quid so far, and I just thought, you know, that's really helping my mental health to try and do something positive. It's really, I feel so filled up and so brilliant about all the changes that the managers are talking about in our labour room. And where's my bits and pieces, and what we've been talking about. So the money that I raise will go towards providing things to make your labour experience, in those of you who are in my area, more nice and relaxing. So one of the things that we do have that I need to find out whether we need any more of is this is mine, but we have these kind of diffusers, you know, aromatherapy comes out of there, but they're just really lovely with the different colours. So I think they have a couple of these at the hospital, but we could always do with more. And one of the things they did have last time I worked in a delivery suite was something that it sounded like you were in a forest or something, just really nice noises. So that's and I think it projected some lights on the wall as well. And as you've probably already seen my picture of the like galaxy projector to project stars on the ceiling. So one of the thoughts I had was to have, we'll see if we can get a few more of those rooms painted up. And I thought it'd be nice to have different themed rooms. So since before summer, I'd proposed to do a big wall mural on one of the delivery room walls, and I'm going to share it with you because you can tell me if you absolutely hate it. So I was going to paint lavender fields on one of the walls, so something like that, because lavender is very relaxing. And maybe on another wall I was just going to paint a bucket with a pile of lavender in there. So I thought we could have a lavender room, we could have a galaxy room that's a bit painted a little bit darker. One of the managers had mentioned about having trees on, you know, just loads of like forest trees. We could have a forest room. And then I got thinking we could have sunflower room. You know, the possibilities are endless. But I think, and then hopefully we can get some more positive birth affirmations painted up on the wall. I'm not going to be able to do it all at once. And, you know, I'm sure Paula will be helping. But I just think that would be a really positive, just something nice to look at and distract you, because, you know, arts, you know, I enjoy doing it as well. What was I going to say? Oh, what I was going to say was, if you've got any suggestions for what you would like to see as a theme in a room, please put it in the comments. Because what we want to do and what I want to do, I've been so encouraged by the 150 quid that we've made already. I just hope we can raise a little bit more, and the more we raise, the more we can do. And the other thing I was looking at is, you know, the let me see, these YouTube doodahs that I showed you with the music, that what got me thinking was, we could get like a phone projector that connects Bluetooth. I've had a quick look, they're not majorly expensive, but connects to your phone and projects it onto the wall or something. I don't know whether we'd have enough space on the wall or we'd have to get a projector screen, but I'm sure. What do you think about that? Do you think that's a good idea? And then you could you know, you could watch any sort of relaxing stuff on there. But I think, oh, something like this, that is, you must check that out. That is proper beautiful morning relaxing music. That is amazing. And if we could do that for you ladies, maybe we could project that on the wall and have a meadow room. What do you think? Anyway, so if you can spare a couple of quid, I'd really like you to donate to my Just Giving, you know, even if it's only literally a couple of quid, it's going to make all the difference. And oh, I tell you what I was going to do. Because I've done now, we're all done. You can escape and have your dinner now. But what I was going to tell you is one of the especially mindful things that I've found. Oh, Zena loves the darker galaxy room. See, do you know what? For you ladies, you know, I'll have a chat with our managers, but you ladies could have a big, input on what you want to see in your labour rooms, because we care about you and we want you to have a nice time. I know Zena, my sister, she loves the darker galaxy room idea with the star project. So, you know, I'm not a lover of dark rooms, but, you know, everyone's different. So, you know, I'd like a bright meadowy room, but, you know, because everyone's different, you know, let me know, and I can, the good thing about having this page is I can feed back anything that you especially think's a good idea, or anything you think would be helpful. And there might be things that you think we could improve our labour rooms that I've not even thought of. And I will keep showing up for you on a Friday for as long as you can stand me, because I just want to raise some more money. I want, you know, I'm sick of COVID negativity. You know, the hospital's still running, you know, the midwives are still working, we're still looking after you, people are still having babies. That's not changed. The thing that's changed is all the PPE and all the procedures and cleaning, and, you know, we're all getting used to it. But it doesn't mean that it's not going to be amazing for you to you know, look forward to. What am I looking for? Oh, I keep going off, don't I, on one. But one of the things I wanted to share with you was what I found super duper mindful was, and it was sort of like mirrors my state of mind, this does. So you remember me sharing with you a while ago my ivy plant that was dead. That was a bit like me in June. Honestly, that's how much motivation I had to grow. But I'm happy that I'm in a much more positive place. And I found this. Oh, I'm chuffed to bits. Look, Liga. I did what you said, Liga, and I watered it from the bottom like you said. Can you see all those new leaves? I'm chuffed to bits. Half of it's dead already, but there was 2 little shoots. There was only this bit on the end at first. There was only that bit. And now look at all this new growth. So it just shows what you nurture will grow. So I'm chuffed to bits. I'll keep you posted on how that's going. But being at one with nature is really good to keep you grounded. So a bit of gardening, and I'm just really enjoying seeing that grow. So remember, keep your mind on the things that you want and off the things that you don't want. And you know, can't remember. I was going to share something else with you. One last thing I'm just going to read for you to remind you about the importance of oxytocin. Okay, you ready? It's like a bedtime story. You might be watching this on the replay. Let me know, will you, if you're watching this on replay, just so I get a bit of an idea of how many people are interested in it, because if no one is getting any benefit from it, I'm wasting my time. Right, as we come to understand the importance of balancing stress with calm and relaxation, we can consciously choose to pursue activities that release oxytocin without negative side effects. Taking a warm bath, relaxing in the sun, getting a body massage, or even just a foot rub. These and many other such activities can help us wind down and enjoy oxytocin's pleasant effects on our bodies. And just bear in mind, you are going to have oodles of that in labour, so I'm very jealous. How exciting to be having a baby. All right, I'm going to love you and leave you now. I'm going to go and see what those daft dogs are up to. And have an absolutely fabulous weekend. Have a fabulous Friday. And enjoy your time off. And we'll get ready to smash Monday. What I'll probably do is when I'm at work, if I've got anything to say, might do the odd impromptu live, let you know how I'm going on. But the good news is the end of the week got better and better as the days went on. And that was because of my ladies. They just built me up and made me remember why I love being a proud midwife, and I'm really proud of all my ladies this week. You've made my week. That makes me think a plant-filled room would be lovely. Even if they have to... Ashley, that's a really good idea. That is a really good idea. They might say something about infection control. They don't tend to like things that can't be wiped down easily, but... we can have a think. We can certainly have a think, and I'm going to pass on all your ideas and we'll have a think and see what we can come up with. All right, I'm going to go now. You all have a lovely day, lovely weekend. Speak to you soon. Bye.